In today's Money Monday discussion, we're learning how to prepare our finances for a recession. Yikes. Joining us is Senior VP at Hefren-Tillotson, Jayme Meredith. Jayme, this isn't a pleasant topic, but we need to know what to do. So tell us what's going on.
Well, it's a scary time. The markets are down. It's making people feel bad. There's a lot of things going on. Inflation is spiking. The Fed is raising interest rates. We've got Russia and Ukraine. And then on top of all of this, we've got midterm elections. So we may not see at least a relief in the headlines until later this year, October and November.
Yeah, that's right. There is a lot going on. And I have to be honest, I looked at my accounts yesterday, my savings account, my retirement account, and I really feel like selling everything because it's not looking good.
Yeah, you're not alone. It's really painful when you look at your accounts, hard-earned money. Maybe you just put money in and it's a lot lower. That's a pretty common feeling. But you should fight that urge. Our brains aren't really wired to help us deal with things like investing. If you put your hand on a hot stove, your brain says, pull it away. If you hear a growl in the bush, you're going to turn around and run the other way. But when it comes to investing, your brain's saying, hey, these things are causing pain. You need to run away from them. But that's the worst idea.
I should just ignore it?
Well, you shouldn't ignore it. You should look and make sure, number one, that you're well diversified. We always say, make sure you have a lot of different color crayons in your crayon box. Make sure not one color is overwhelming the other colors. Especially coming off the highs of last year, a lot of people are chasing yesterday's winners, hoping that they come back. It's better to diversify, so don't ignore it. Just make sure you're diversified, but fight that urge to sell and wait for a better day.
Oh, that's a strong urge. All right, so I do have some years before retirement, but some people are a lot closer than I am, so what should they do?
You should break your portfolio into kind of two parts. One, money that you're not going to touch for the next 4, 5, maybe 10 years. Same advice with you. That money, make sure it's diversified, and we're not supposed to say it, but ignore it. Put that away. Focus on your cash needs over the next year or two in retirement. Make sure you know where those coming from. Maybe you don't reinvest your income from bonds. Maybe you don't reinvest your dividends from stock, and you start building up some cash balances.
Oh, well, here's the biggest question I have. So are we headed into a recession? And if so, are there things that we should be doing right now?
It doesn't seem like we're going to fall into a recession just yet. Maybe over in Europe, but not here. But the same advice, even if we do fall into the R word, that may mean that the markets are going to stay down for a longer time. But investing is a long-term game. It's a marathon, not a sprint.
Yeah, any final advice you can give our listeners? I know I have some money in a shoebox underneath my bed. That's probably not the best way to go.
We are the only industry that when we put things on sale, nobody wants to buy. Yeah. But I'd just like to remind investors that we all know the markets go up and down. When they will go up like last year, we forget that they go down. And when it goes down, we're all surprised. But we know that. But most importantly, when they go down, we've got to remind ourselves that they go back up. We don't have a crystal ball. We don't know when they're going to go back up, but we have a great deal of confidence that they will, and you need to be patient and just let it ride until then.
I love that, Jayme. Be patient and be calm. Great advice as always. All right, Jayme can be heard on KDKA Radio Wednesday mornings. You can catch Money Monday, the first Monday here each month on PTL.